Click. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't my normal vlogging position. Normally you're seeing me at my house where I have perfect light setups and tables and whatnot, but I'm using the works office to film today's episode of the massing season, and certainly the last week of the massing season with regards to this massing season, if you will. And today's vlog is a little bit about a sort of a year in review, or certainly yeah, it is a year in review, because then on Thursday I'm going to do a physique update, you know, because that's the cool thing to do. That's what YouTubers and Instagrammers and Facebookers all do, is physique updates. So I've got a little kind of video that I'm going to put together for that. Yeah, but today I think we need to actually go back to yesterday, where we had a little bit of a vlog day. Good morning, and welcome to episode 15 of the massing season. I'm about to have my pre-workout. That was in fact a montage of me going to work this morning. However, it didn't really work out in terms of video filming and whatnot. So I'm starting it now, which is sort of late morning, and I'm off to go to the gym after already training a few clients this morning. It was a good weekend overall. I had a nice little gallivant out with some friends on Friday for some poker and like a Secret Santa thing, which is very cool. And my Secret Santa got me 2 bottles of Old Man Ale and some Alpecin hair shampoo. So yeah, thanks for that, Jason. Very kind of you. And then it was Saturday, do nothing, and then Sunday went out for some shopping and whatnot to get organised for Christmas and wedding shoes and all this kind of thing. And we have the Christmas tree up. Well, Laura put the Christmas tree up and sorted all that out, so that's very kind of her. I'm going to have this pre-workout, and the gym that's near me has been renovated. New equipment and stuff, so I'm keen to see what's there. I also haven't been to the gym for 2 days, something like that, so I'm kind of a little bit itching to get into it, because this week is my last week of the massing season. Because I deload next week at Christmas, and then we're gonna cut, like do some fat loss. Just thought I'd show you my my little gym workout kind of thing going on here. You know, I've got the monorail espresso, which is actually there's a link in the description for you can buy this. I'm not very good at this, am I? Today is a lower body session, and yeah, this is the best coffee probably in the world. Monorail espresso in Seattle. Oh, it's so good. But either way, today's session is a lower body bodybuilding session, so I've got to go get that done, then I'll come back. I'll see how much I can film. I might use my phone or whatnot, but they get a bit annoyed with cameras and things, so I won't take that with me. What was that? Oh, it's the postie. Hello, postie. Oh, collection days. Wonderful. Fun. We have about 27 million bins to be able to sort out. Oh. Okay, back to my chat. That was a postie. So it is a lower body bodybuilding session, so it's going to be, we'll see how it goes. And I hope the new sort of gym and the layout and stuff is better. They did have functional training rig as part of their like upgrade description. So we shall see. Either way, I'll see you in a shortly after my legs have been trained. Alright, I'm running a little bit behind. I'm off. Well, first of all, the gym was good. It's nicely updated. I'm happy with it. Oh, Laura's got her new mirror there, which is nice. Got to hang that at some point. Anyway, yeah, so we had, it was good, but it's not going to do very well when it's busy. When it's really, really busy, it's not going to go well. But it was a good session overall, you know, got a good pump. It's a bodybuilding session, so it's less about lifting really heavy weight, but more about high repetitions and volume and whatnot. Still a hard session, but good. I'm definitely going to be happy with a lot of the new equipment and stuff they've introduced within the gym. They actually have a lat pull down now. They kind of have a hack squat, but they've also introduced some more cable machines, prone hamstring curls, that kind of thing. Anyway, I got to get showered, and then I'm off out to Kew Gardens, which is miles away. And it's going to take me an hour and a half to get there. So yeah, stop vlogging, Gordon. Fun, isn't it? This is really fun. Well, we've arrived in Kew Gardens with the team, and it's all very. Oh, maybe we can do that. It's all very pretty to begin with. I don't think I'm going to vlog much of it, but we'll get some sexy B-roll, and I'll see you tomorrow. Say bye, team.
Bye, team.
Bye. Hazel. Bye, team. I think Harry's hungry. Bye. That was Kew Gardens. I'd highly recommend you, if you're in the London area, to go and check it out. It's very, very good. The light installations are excellent, and I'll kind of put up some pictures now. So like I said earlier, this is a little bit of a review of this year in terms of the good things and maybe some of the bad things that I've experienced over the time I've been training since getting back from traveling in 2016. It's been an interesting journey, a difficult one to begin with, but now I'm coming out the other end actually feeling really quite positive about it. So for most of you who did follow my vlogs in 2016 and at the start of this year, you'll know that I went traveling for 366 days, did the whole, you know, tech nomad thing, worked on my laptop with online clients, and sat on a beach sometimes. But it meant I didn't really train much, and I came back quite light in terms of my body weight. I was about 81 kilograms. And today I sit here at 88 kilograms, 88.4. So I've gained a good 8 kilograms in that year. And like I said on Thursday, you'll see what that actually looks like. But what did it transpire in terms of weights, and you know, how did that change, and how did that build, and where am I now? So I've managed to come back from traveling, and 60 kilograms of the bench press felt absolutely horrendous, and actually very demotivating to a certain extent. That was one of probably the hardest parts of coming back into training, was I knew where I'd been, and now I was at this point where things weren't amazing. So 60 kilograms of bench press, like 100 kilogram squats felt really very heavy, 140 kilo deadlifts and whatnot felt very heavy. And yes, to some people that is heavy. You know what? Sod it. That's sometimes that's how some people start off and build up to in terms of training. But for me, having, you know, 3 times body weight deadlifted, 2 times body weight bench pressed, and, you know, squatted 2.9 times my own body weight or something, it was difficult coming back to that, but it's improved massively. Today, as of now, I am back to 132 kilogram bench press for 8 repetitions. I'm repping the 45 kilogram dumbbells on an incline for 3 sets of 10 quite comfortably. My squats at 165 for 10 repetitions. I'm up to, I deadlifted to 220. I haven't done massively, but I did 200 for 5 reps just last week. Split squats are back up at the sort of 32s. Barbell bent over rowing or pendlay rowing's up at sort of the 90s. Chin-ups, I'm doing 40 in a few sets as possible, and 40 in about 4 or 5 sets, depending on how long I rest between them. So it feels good, body composition wise as well. You know, at the start of the year, I did a little tailored suit measurement upping thing, kilt thing, and I'd gained various inches across my entire body. So like chest was 2.5 inches, biceps 1.5 inches, waist had gone up a little bit, you know, because I've gained a little bit of fluff here and there, but nothing crazy, nothing that I didn't expect to hopefully gain back. And this kind of leads me, you know, I've always wanted these vlogs to be helpful to you. So it's not just about me talking about my training. There is an element of me passing on to you information that's going to be able to help you in your overall progress and training. And these little things, I think, have added up to this big thing, this big change that I have had now, where I've gained 8 kilograms, not all muscle mass, at least a large proportion of it, I believe, has been, and also the progress overall with training and things. Number one thing I give advice on to anybody that goes to the gym is to have a training diary. Like, have one of these things. You know, a bit of pen and a bit of paper, and write down everything that you do. That means that the next week you can then try and beat it. You can do a little bit more. And we know that doing that little bit more contributes to more muscle mass, to being bigger, to being stronger. And just guessing what you kind of did last week, especially if you're kind of eking out a kilo here, 2 kilos there, increasing dumbbells, increasing total volume by doing more repetitions, by doing that and writing it down, you know what you've done and you know what you can try to beat, which is then a positive impact on your training and the overall outcome of things. Committing to something realistic was also an important aspect of things. You know, I could have done 5 days a week or pushed myself to 5 days a week, but it probably wasn't going to be realistic. Based on the amount of time that I had, the amount of clients and things I had to do, the amount of work that I have to do from the laptop. So 4 days was going to give me enough bang for my buck, but also mean that I was likely to commit to it. And largely, I have managed to commit to 4 days a week. Some weeks have been struggle, but like I said, it was realistic and I've pretty much stuck to it. This is also going to seem a little bit weird based on the fact that I am a fitness professional and an experienced trainee, but forcing myself to train when I didn't really feel like it. So I still had that long-term vision, that outcome that I was searching for, I knew I was looking for. And I could have easily made excuses for myself. I could have said, you know, I'm tired, I don't want to train, or I'm weak, I don't want to train, I'm not like what I used to be, I'm just dragging, it's taking too hard. And I could have done that. And yeah, maybe I'm mocking myself a little bit there, but that's what I could have been, and I was at certain stages within this process. You know, I'd rather have a lie-in than necessarily get up and go to the gym. But there have been a number of times I have forced myself to train, to get something done. Maybe it wasn't amazing, it wasn't as good as I'd done before, it wasn't anything, you know, amazing, but it was productive. And it was productive because it helped me stick to the process. The process that was ultimately going to end up the result of what I was looking for. I wanted to be back to where I was, I wanted to be bigger, I wanted to be stronger, and I wanted to feel more confident about myself. And last but not least is the later part of the year, I started training with friends. Not always, not every single week, but I started to get the buzz for it. Training with them, being a little bit competitive, and you know, the banter and stuff that goes alongside that. And I really enjoyed that part of this year. And that was a big sort of change from even previous years where I was a bit of a loner when it came to training, to be honest. Yeah, so that's sort of our next episode. I think this is episode 15. I hope it is, because you know, I'm rubbish at keeping up to date with these. But episode 15 of the amassing season, and like I said, on Thursday at 5:30, you'll be able to see my full physique update and probably maybe one of the last videos of the year. And it'll give you sort of I really like the comparison from where I was at the start of the year to where I am now. Yeah, I think I've done well. I'm not leaner by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm certainly bigger, I'm a lot stronger, and I'm really happy with that. And this is leading nicely into what we'll be doing in January with the new vlog series again, or a different vlog series rather than this massing season. Either way, stop rambling, Gordon. You're usually doing the videos. This is episode 16 of the massing season. Done.